Hello and welcome back, as always, my name is Lazer, and today we are checking out the latest Heroes of the Storm patch notes. This one is 18.0, currently available on the PTR, so if you guys want to jump over on the PTR and test a little bit, maybe submit some bug reports if you can find any, then you can do so. However, if that's not your cup of tea, this will be released May 16. This is a ginormous patch, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick to the important changes, the important additions, and so on and so forth, and kind of just glance over the less meaningful modification. So new Hero Chromie doesn't get more significant than that. Played a bunch of Chromie on the PTR and I brought you guys ample footage of her and what she can do and so on and so forth. So from an objective point of view, as far as gameplay goes, she is an artillery mage. I am happy with her overall kit. Is definitely, for me at least, fun is a subjective matter, but for me she was definitely fun to play. She can be rewarding. She can definitely delete squishy without no problem at all. She packs quite a punch. However, we will not get another overpowered episode like we had with Tracer or Li-Ming. She can be countered without too much difficulty. She is very vulnerable to and susceptible to heroes with high mobility, stuff like Illidan, Greymane, even Zeratul, who can creep in and so on and so forth, because in close quarter combat there's not really much Chromie can do because of the delay on her abilities. Pretty much all of her basic abilities have a delay till they actually do something. So Zeratul can delete Chromie like I showed you guys in a past video. Illidan again just downs around her, not gonna be much issue to get her down and so on and so forth. Chromie I think will works best from my point of view in an artillery style team, something like Sergeant Hammer, Chromie, and kind of get a Morales to take care of them and build the rest of the team around those two just to protect them and let them do whatever it is they do and so on and so forth. So yeah, from a gameplay perspective, I do like the gameplay of the hero, absolutely. What do you need to play Chromie well? Well, you need a couple of skills. First one would be positioning, okay? You need to learn positioning simply because you need to take advantage of this hero's extremely high range, okay? And that's your only defense at the same time. That's your only real defense. Your positioning coupled with your extremely high range, so stay safe while still dealing tons and tons of damage. Second thing would be timing. Timing is essential again because all her abilities have a delay. And the third one, and probably the most tricky, you need prediction, player movement prediction, or just player prediction in general, and that's a skill you develop over time, okay? The better you are at it, the better you will do with Chromie, and if you master these three or are good at any of these, all of these three together, you will do fine with Chromie. And that's kind of my impressions overall on the hero. I'll bring you guys a build guide in the following week, I hope. So, system changes, Hero League matchmaking. A new rule has been introduced. Now, this one won't really affect many players, okay? This one will affect super high MMR players. Blizzard's matchmaking uses MMR averaging, so you know what an average is, okay? They try to match the team's MMR. Okay, I got a team with 5,000 MMR total, let's say, okay? I'm gonna try to match a team with another 5,000 MMR total, but that 5,000 MMR can be composed from one guy at, let's say, 4,000 and the rest at 200 or something like that. You understand what I'm saying, okay? So that's kind of a problem. What would be one guy at 4,000 and 4 other guys at 250. You guys get it, okay? So that would kind of create a problem. What's the problem with that? Well, simple. Heroes of the Storm is a team game. The team is as strong as its weakest link, okay? It's not like in other MOBAs when you can have one really great player that can carry you to victory, you know, that carries, like for example in League of Legends. It's very different with Heroes of the Storm, and this is why this rule has been introduced, but only for the super high end bracket of the MMR, okay? We're talking pro players, not average Joes like me, okay, for example. So there you go. I hope I explained that as correctly as I could. I hope it's okay. Anyway, quality of life improvements here to art, hero abilities, and talents. A visual overlay has been added to better indicate when the player is affected by stasis. Looks kind of cool. If you haven't popped on the PTR, do so. Arthas, I wanted to talk a little bit on Arthas. Visually speaking, okay, the cosmetics. Arthas has received updated visual effects to coincide with his talent rework. The problem is it's still the same old model. I was so hoping for a brand new model for Arthas. He just looks wrong. He looks out of place, especially if I'm comparing to some of the new heroes. And Vala the same, right? Have you seen Vala lately? It looks like she's sick, she's gonna die soon. And Arthas looks like a dwarf. Arthas is not a dwarf. God damn it, that's the Lich King. Update that damn model already, please. Anyway, so there you go for Arthas. Shop bundles, skins, price reduction, that is slightly significant. So, Nazeebo's 4,000 gold now, and Nova's 7,000 gold now. Okay, so price reduction, definitely love to see heroes are more accessible in price. Nova is no longer supreme trash like she used to be. Okay, I have seen very good Novas do well, wonders. Okay, he actually bursts people down and so on and so forth. The thing is, they strive so hard to make Nova not bursty anymore and reward skill play, and she's still bursty, and I still don't know if she rewards skill play. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. I do believe Nova isn't trash now, so I like it. Coupled with the fact that she's only 7,000 gold, 7,000 gold now. If you're precise, if you're into snipers and whatnot, go for Nova. Nazeebo, 4,000 gold. Nazeebo is still one of the highest win rate heroes. I still don't understand. He should, never mind. Okay, Nazeebo is also definitely a worthy addition to your roster, so check him out as well. Sound questing talents. Oh god. So they did this thing. Okay, every time now you make progress towards a quest talent. Okay, you know, gather 50. I don't know, horses' asses. Okay, when you gather one of the horses' asses, it's gonna make a specific sound, a ding sound. It's like chimes. Do I mind chimes? Chimes, is that right? Anyway, it's kind of like that to make it a ting, and I didn't notice it at first, and then I didn't know what was annoying me. What's with the tinging? And then I read the patch notes. You can't turn it off. Shit. But it's not that annoying. It just annoys me. Probably won't annoy anybody else. So there you go. User interface, blah blah blah. No, this one is significant. So the first round ban timer has been increased from 45 to 60. This is the most important ban phase. The first one. The second one as well depends highly on the first one and the picks and all whatnot. But this one, okay, I complained from the start. I said, hey, listen, 45 seconds is not enough. God damn it, give us more. And they did. So I'm super happy with this one. Good job. In questing talents, in-game UI, yeah, more quality of life improvement, nothing really all that major, but I will say that once you hit tab, now you can see other players' progress in their quest talents. For example, some guy got, I don't know, season marksman, yeah, you can see how many stacks he's got a season market, what is his current bonus, maybe he completed the quest and he's got the bonus because he's a marksman chase, so there you go, good changes, although it's a little bit too late. Ability buttons, borders will now be grayed out, yeah, okay, floating combat test, yeah, not really, hero select, role description, tooltips, okay, cool, queue time estimates, a high estimated wait time notification will now display above the ready button during times when the selected hero is very popular choice in matchmaking queue. So when a new hero gets released and everybody wants to play her, you will get this big warning that you are about to enter in a very long queue and etc, etc. For example, on the PTR I need to wait roughly about 25 minutes to play a Chromie if I solo. What you guys want to do is get a friend with you, okay, and play tank, support, whatever, or more friends with you, and that will decrease the queue time significantly. Otherwise, wait 25 minutes, your call. So there you go. Okay. Battlegrounds, healing well, 25% of healing well's maximum health has been converted into a shield. Shield regen delay of 8 seconds. There was a tactic. You could have focused down on the lane the enemy team's healing well, which cut down on their lane sustain overall. Okay, they had to go back to spawning pool. You could push the lane, make them lose XP, and so on and so forth. It was a tactic. It was a decent tactic. Well, what was wrong with that tactic? As Muradin was to abuse it, Chromie's coming out and Chromie could really abuse it, considering her spells, W, okay? If I'm not mistaken, at one point Dustin Browder on Twitter did mention that he's okay with such tactics. Maybe I'm wrong, okay, so don't take my word for law, but there you go. That's why they did that. We're gonna move on to talents. Okay, battle momentum got a huge overhaul. It's a lot of text, but I'm gonna sum it up for you. So basically, they made battle momentum hero specific. Look, Diablo has diabolical momentum. Johanna has blessed momentum. Kerrigan has bladed momentum. You get it, okay? So, but the big change to battle momentum is that it will no longer decrease the cooldown of trait or heroic ability. I know, right? But it did receive a buff. On the other hand, most heroes got a buff. Instead of having a cooldown reduction of 0.5 seconds per basic attack for your basic abilities, now it's gonna be 0.75 for Diablo. Nothing for Johanna, sadly. Okay, so she's still gonna get 0.5. Kerrigan is also 0.75 with Tyrael and Zagara, but Tyrande is only at 0.6. I'm guessing they're afraid of multiple flares. I don't know, or multiple Qs. Heal Tyrande. Okay, I think flare. Whatever. Anyway, so Zagara also trait cooldown. See, no longer reduces heroic ability or trait cooldown. So it was actually a tactic to pick up battle momentum. It's when there's an argument on Zagara to pick up battle momentum, so you can put more creep for more vision, more creep everywhere. Okay, it was kind of cheap from my point of view, but hey, it worked, and now it's not gonna work anymore. So there you go. Conjurer's Pursuit, a reward has been added to this quest talent. Get a regen globes to permanently increase his mana regen by 0.10 per second to up to a maximum of 2.5 per second. Reward after gathering 25 regeneration globes also increases maximum mana by 100. So you can can I be honest with you guys? I hate running after bloody globes. Okay, so this will put a cap on this one. 25, after 25 you'll get increased mana by 100. So there you go. You know, I hate running after globes. I'm okay with this one. I'm okay with Conjurer's Pursuit because this was a mana talent. This is a barrier, okay, so you can't spam spells without. Make sure you know when you cast something that actually does something. It makes you be a bit more careful with your stuff because you're not gonna have infinite mana, and that's why Conjurer's Pursuit was kind of forced on many heroes. But there you go. I just love the fact that I won't have to. But then again, you know what? After 20 plus globes, usually on most heroes I needed Conjurer's Pursuit, I kind of stopped caring about them. Half. When I see a globe, I'm gonna take it if it's in my way. If not, I wouldn't. So we're gonna get a bonus of maximum 100 mana. Overall, you know what? I like it. I like it. You guys let me know if you don't. Okay, there's one I don't, but we'll talk about that one later. Executioner. This talent has been reworked. Increases basic attack damage by 30%, not 40 like it used to, for 3 seconds after hitting a stunned, slowed, or rooted target with a basic attack. Using basic attacks against a slow, rooted, or stunned target during this time will refresh the buff duration. So Executioner was 40% extra as far as I remember, maybe wrong, on targets affected by these effects right here. Now it will be a buff, a 3-second buff, which you can trigger even off a minion. Okay, a slowed rooted minion, you're gonna hit it, you're gonna get 30% for 3 seconds, and you can refresh it if you keep on attacking a target which is affected by one of these. I think this gives a lot more value overall to Executioner. Again, I do believe before it was 40% against targets who were affected by this, but with this buff, I think it may give it a bit more value. Maybe wrong, I know it's not 40% anymore, but you can, you know, kind of try and keep the buff up for a longer duration. But then again, it was 40% all the time of the target. This helps, like for example, okay, you're gonna cast a root on somebody, say Malfurion's Fang. Okay, he gets rooted, you start attacking, boom, 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 you're gonna get the buff, and then the root ends. He's not affected by crowd controlling abilities anymore, but for the next 2 seconds, let's say, you still have that extra damage. I don't know, you guys tell me. It's not. I think overall it's better. That's just my thoughts on it. I think it's a bit more flexible like this. Hard and focused. The health bar next to the hero portrait will now display a marker that indicates whether the hero is above or below 80% health. Hey! Will now display an icon in the buff bar next to the hero portrait while this effect are active. I never knew when the hell it was active. Okay, for example, I play with this one when I play Malfurion. Okay, a healing Malfurion, not engager Malfurion, which is a lot more fun. I never knew. Okay, when I was kind of along that specific, I think I'm on 80. I might be at 78. No, I'm on 80, and I was like already running math on my head. Wait, 30 times that 4. That's you know, and I love that. This is a quality life improvement. Should have been in from the get-go. Now you will know they have the buff or not, and I don't have to stare at my cooldowns to actually try and guess, do I have it or don't I? Regen Master. Now this one I don't like. Reward has been added to this questing talent. Regen globes grant 1.0 health per second, stacking up to 30 upon gathering 30 globes. Also increases health by 500. You know why? The one thing I don't, again, I hate running after globes. I honestly do. Okay, I think it's cheap, but I loved the Leoric. Leoric, once he had 90 to 100 globes, something around those lines, could actually out heal. Okay, Azul's Poison Nova. How badass is that? How fun is that? It happened very rarely, okay? And when you get the super ultra late game, if you actually got the 100 globes, 90, 100, okay. But it was cool. It was cool that it was there, that it was possible. Not possible anymore, thanks you very much, Blizz. But again, I hate running after globes. But still, 30 globes is a lot. Overall, you know, if you don't actually complete these quests, the buff will be less significant. Once you complete it though, it's gonna be power spike. This will probably make gathering the globes a whole lot more important. So I need to focus more on running after them. I don't like that. Anyway, I can't really make up my mind. I like them, I don't like them. What do you guys think? What do you guys say? You like the changes to the globe gathering talents or not? Because again, if you don't complete your quest, you're not gonna get as much out of these as you did before. But if you do complete the quest, you get a nice bonus, and it's more than you would have before. So there you go. Seasoned Marksman, a reward has been added to the questing talent quest. Increases attack damage by 0.2 for each enemy minion killed, and 0.5 for each hero takedown up to a maximum of 40, so 40 is the cap. Reward after gaining 40 bonus attack damage, Seasoned Marksman can be activated to increase attack speed by 30% for 3 seconds. This is trash. 60-second cooldown, really? 30% for 3 seconds, but then again, you're gonna say, listen Lazar, it's on top of already the basic attack damage, and that's true as well. But again, if I don't complete the quest, that's not gonna be as good. If I do complete it, it's still a shitty buff. 30% for 3 seconds, 60-second cool. I just don't like this one goddamn bit. Nah. Alright, let's move on to heroes. Who's first on the list? Again, let's conclude on this one, okay? Let's wrap it up. I can't decide if I like or don't like the changes to globe gathering quests like Conjurer, Pursiut, and Regeneration Master. Please share your thoughts. Offer some feedback, you know. I didn't see much of this, sadly, on the Blizzard forums. Offer some examples again. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Season Marksman, I really don't like the new version. The old version, you could have stacked indefinitely. You could have gotten to really high amounts of Season Marksman, and you could crush. And what's wrong with that if I actually worked for it and earned it? What's wrong with that? I don't see why. If I actually earned it and worked for it, what's wrong with rewarding me with that power? Anyway, Falstad. So, Battle Momentum, First Aid, and Overdrive all removed. Vigorous Assault talent has been renamed to Hammer Gains. This now is a Falstad specific version of Vigorous Assault. Health restore from basic attacks increased from 15 to 20, so it also gets bumped up to 20% of damage. That's the primary target. Nice, sustain. Tailwind, Flow Rider moved from 4 to 13, didn't really play with Flow Rider all that much. Hammerang, Power Throw removed, Hammer Time removed, Crippling Hammer moved from 13 to 16, Secret Weapon now also increases Hammerang range by 30%, but basic attack damage bonus has been reduced from 80 to 60. So, Power Throw would increase your range to 40%. I think it also increased the slow, might be wrong. Might have not. Anyway, the range increase from Power Throw, which was the main thing we picked it up for, was 40%. You're now gonna get it put into Secret Weapon, but only 30%. The basic attack damage bonus has been reduced from 80 to 60 now. Okay, let's talk about it at the conclusion. I think that's better. Lightning Rod W, charged up talent moved from 4 to 7, now also increases Lightning Rod range by 15%, number of bonus strikes reduced from 3 to 2. I like this. Why? W for Falstad is such a shitty ability. Why do you say that? Well, it limits your positioning. When you're playing Falstad, when you're playing essentially a super squishy mage or AA damage dealer, because he could have been both, the last thing you want is to limit your positioning, okay? And many times you had to give up on your hits, on your W strikes, just to reposition, okay? I'd never liked Lightning Rod on Falstad. I like the fact that this one will increase the range by 15%, allows for better positioning. Why don't you let me see how well I can position, okay? Let the determinant factor be my skill and knowing how well I can position. Why do you limit me through an ability? And if not, you gotta let it go, reposition, and you don't get the damage anymore. It's shitty W for Falstad, but that's just my fault. Static shield moved from 13 to 4. Shield amount per strike reduced from 5% to 4% of max health. Okay. Battle Rolly shield duration increased from 2 to 3. They removed free roll, however. Updraft moved from 1 to 4. Now also increases battle roll shield amount by 40%. Now this was a big deal. Okay, this is a really good survival talent for Falstad, 40%. Then again, the initial amount is not that big, so 40% is gonna be something, but don't think something huge. If you look now on Falstad on level 4, because I have looked at the talent calculator, you will see that level 4, weirdly enough, for an assassin, he has only survivability talents. He's got sustain, and he's got damage mitigation at that tier. That's it, no actual damage, which is weird for an assassin. But anyway, from what I understand from this, the time for mage stat I think is gone, and I think we're going back to AA Falstad. For the longest time we played AA Falstad, then came the change to the level 1 talent, I forget, the Gathering Storm I think it's called, and all the other changes, the buff to Shock and Awe. I think it's called the Hinterland Blast now. And we went for Mage Falstad. Mage Falstad was the new way to play Falstad, but I think with these changes, especially with these changes to Secret Weapon, I think we're going back to a Falstad. Time will tell, but that's my opinion at this point. Kerrigan, cooldown reduce on both Ultralisk and Maelstrom by 10 seconds each. Okay, Kerrigan is all about one thing. the wombo combo. Okay, 90% to Kerrigan is the wombo combo. If you're really good at that wombo combo, you know, getting it right every single time, multiple targets and so on and so forth, you're gonna be a good Kerrigan. Again, maybe not 90, 80% to Kerrigan is the wombo combo. This won't change that. Honestly, we've been playing Kerrigan kind of the same for the longest while, and maybe it's time for a rework, if all whatnot. But again, she's definitely not an easy hero. That wombo combo is hard to pull off depending on the situations. When you're just chasing a target down which keeps running in the same direction like a noob, sure, it's easy to do, you know. But when you're in corners, when you got multiple targets, it's not that easy anymore. Anyway, Li-Ming, Cannoneer talent. Cannoneer stacks will now be displayed in the buff bar next to the hero portrait. Hurrah! Tal Rasha Elements has been reworked and now reads as follows. Using abilities grants 5% ability power to a maximum of 20%. This bonus is reset when the same ability is used within a chain. Bam bam bam. I didn't get the chance to test. The PTR didn't work today. It said something about an outage, if you believe. So I don't understand how this works. This is gonna work like this. You're gonna cast your Q, right? You're gonna get 5% ability power. You're gonna cast your W. You're gonna be up on 10%. E, 15, R, 20. When you cast your next ability, which is unavoidable, one you already used, is that ability gonna do 20% of ability power damage, and then reset, or just get resetted and not get a 20%? Because what's the point of saying 20%? Anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about Disintegrate now. Temporal Flux now gradually slows the enemies caught in its stream up to a maximum 60%. Again, I didn't get the test. This is back to 60, which is a huge slow, but it depends on you actually keeping your beam on your target. The more you keep it, the easier it will be, because again, it's a gradual slow. It's pretty simple. The CC from Temporal Flux also guaranteed more DPS, because again, it would have been easier to keep people longer, targets longer in your beam. This is just flat out damage, and it can make for a uber burst with 20% 1W with talented and everything. Should be a nice burst. Interesting. Tal Rasha died off after the nerf. Okay, the initial nerf to Tal Rasha, and we went for Temporal Flux. Maybe now Tal Rasha will once again come back to play. I certainly hope so. I enjoy blowing people up just as much as anybody else. Rainer, Berserk removed. Zeratul Berserk removed. This was a talent at level 16. If I remember, it would increase AA speed. I used to pick it up on Rainer just for laughs well, it's on the same tier as Bullseye, if I'm not mistaken, and Bullseye is the stun, and that's one very important ability to have on Jimmy. And Zeratul as well. Only picked this one up on Zeratul when I wanted all in a suicide Zeratul, and I just popped everything and just right click something and just stood like this and said, yeah, I'm so good, you know. But that was the only case when I picked it up. Why did I remove it? Maybe because of the changes to Season Marksman. Okay, it's got an activated part by level 16. Hopefully we should be able to achieve that bonus and have it activated. Yeah, okay, cool. Support Lily Cleanse added to Lily. Cleanse has been added to Lily. I think she had her own version of Cleanse though. But there you go. Flat out Cleanse at level 7 to Lily. Should add more viability to her, but again, I think she had her own version. Shake It Off moved from 7 to 16. Cooldown reduced from 15 to 10. Okay. Fast Feet now provides the movement bonus regardless of Lily's remaining health. Safety sprint down. Okay, I didn't play a whole lot of Lily. She doesn't get a lot of play simply because she's not viable. Why? Not because she doesn't have the numbers or the debuffs or the survivability or whatever you want. The problem is her jug can be interrupted by the stun, and we still run CC heavy team compositions. Very rarely do you get to see a team without a solid stun. Hitting Brew, Q, Herbal Cleanse. Oh, here's her cleanse. Okay, so that was removed, so I added this. I wish they do something about that jug. Make it less... I don't know, make it somehow, I don't know, I can't even offer feedback. Make it somehow that we can't interrupt it as easily and it does less, maybe like that, I don't know. Lily against a team with no stun, a healer, solo support, Lily, is great against a team with no stun. They're not gonna be able to do anything about it, except blow her up if they're going for full burst. That's also possible. Lieutenant Morales, advanced block renamed to automated block, whatever, why are you even saying anything about it? Who cares? Tranquility will no longer heal non-heroic units. Okay. Can I? Oh yeah, it did. I was just about to say it didn't heal, but yeah. Okay. Did it? It probably did. Okay, obviously they want to say that. Rehgar, Lightning Shield W. Stormcaller has been reworked. Now restores 3 mana where Lightning Shield damages an enemy hero up to a maximum 30 mana, so 10 hits. On Rehgar, many times I felt forced into Feral Wolf or Feral Heart. I think it's at level 4 because of the mana issues he does have. Maybe this will change that, I certainly hope so. Then again, I didn't have a problem with Feral Heart. It made that little cool effect around you while you're in wolf form, so what's wrong with it? Yeah, I will see. I hope this means we can skip Feral Heart, maybe. I don't know. Earthbind Totem E, Earthgrass Totem, and power slow duration reduced from 1.5 to 1 second. I do believe this was like the 90% increase to root, okay, when it just dropped down the totem and they would just stay there. The duration has been decreased by 33%, huh? It was a pretty strong talent, but I still think it will be in the 1 second gap. Should still allow you to do what you wanted to do. Clear nerf to Rehgar from this point of view. Rehgar is still very much played even after his nerf. When you no longer can cast Ancestor on yourself, he still sees plenty of play. Will this hurt him? A little bit. I don't think by that much. I hope so, at least. Would like to see Rehgar still being played. I just don't want him to be the wolf god anymore. Anub'arak. Anub'arak is one of 2 heroes that got extensive changes. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Hold on. Okay, guys, so we got a base health increase of what? What is that? Is that 5%? 190, 80, yeah, that's 5%. 6% maybe. Health regen also a little bit increase. We got about 4% on that one as well. Dampen magic talent has been added to level 1 if I'm not mistaken. Before this patch, Dampen magic was only available to Stitches. Mercenary Lord removed, Spell Shield removed, Imposing Presence removed, Locust Needle talent. Area damage increase from 50 to 60% of basic attack damage. This was the AoE thingy on Locust Needles, okay. Didn't really play all that much with Locust Needles, maybe now just for an extra 10%, we'll see. Scarab Host trait, Assault Scarab talent. Beetle basic attack damage bonus increase from 25 to 30, okay, a little bit more damage for our Beetle. Beetlejuice. This talent's functionality has changed and now reads as follows. Every third basic attack against enemy hero spawns a Beetle. Wow, cool! Every third basic attack against enemy hero spawns a Beetle. Ooh, Legion of Beetles. I hope there's no cap on the Beetles, so we maybe power him up with a Rainer and other AA increasing effects, like maybe get a Aperture hat on him and just spawn Beetles, but you gotta attack a hero. Focus Johanna. Okay, I like it. I want to see Anub'arak with a lot of little Beetles around him. I think that would be cool, don't you think so? Impale Q. Bed of Barbs moved from 7 to 13. Bed of Barbs, isn't this the one that actually left spikes which went through it, slowed you? Damage increased by 80%, something along those lines. Nice, big damage increase on this one. Extended spikes now also increases impale damage by a whopping 25%. This was the talent on level 1 if I'm not mistaken. This would increase the length of the Q ability. I haven't gotten to test, I'm sorry, okay? I wanted to test today Arthas and Anub'arak, but the PTR was offline during stream, and after that I had to do something else, so I didn't get to test them. I'm sorry, I will, I promise. Hardened Carapace W, shield amount increased by 10, 20, not 20, 15%. Cooldown decrease from 8 to 7, mana cost reduced to match the cooldown. Cool, persistent Carapace removed. Symbiotic armor removed. Vorticanting spines moved from 7 to 14. Area damage reduced, however. Oh, come on, why? From 190 to 80 and deals double damage to enemy. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So you get when Vorticanting spines. This was the one that when you activate it, deal the AoE damage around you. If I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not saying something silly. It's okay because less wave clear, which you don't. You're fine even with the wave clear you do have on Anub'arak, but more against heroes. This is a buff against hero and W do a lot of damage to them. You want to when in Anub'arak's case, usually he wants to kind of be in the middle. Okay, cool. Chitinous Platinum. I hope that's the way you pronounce it. Move from 13 to 7. This talent's functionality has changed and now reads as follows. While Hardened Carapace is active, taking damage from abilities decreases its cooldown by 0.75 up to a maximum 3. But what if it gets blown up? Because you put a ton of bloody bursters in the game. Hold on. They did increase the shield amount. 15%. Lower cooldown. 7 seconds. Maximum of 3. 4 seconds. Yeah, this is a nice idea. But considering the spell damage dealers we got and with Chromie incoming, I think that shield might be knocked down in one fell swoop and you're not gonna get that much value out of this one. Might be wrong. Okay, interesting. Shed Exoskeleton. Movement speed increased from 25 to 30%. Nobody liked this talent. Nobody except me. I always picked it up on Anub'arak because, again, when you're playing melee, I do believe that mobility is crucial. Yes, I know Anub'arak has E. I know he's mobile enough without it, but I just love this talent and I love this buff in it. I always played with it. I know it wasn't meta. Burrow Charge E under King talent. No longer reduces the cooldown of Burrow Charge, but still increases range by 20%. Why? I love this one too. Now also increases Burrow Charge damage by 100%. Okay, so no lower cooldown. You still get the range, and you get the bonus damage of 100. Epicenter. I think I know what they did. No longer increases Burrow Charge damage. Epicenter used to increase the damage, but still increases its impact area by 85. Wasn't it 100? I may be remembering an older Anub'arak, never mind me. Now also decreases the cooldown of Burrow Charge by 4 seconds per enemy hero hit. So they basically swap this to this and this to this. It's okay. I'm still want to couple these two. If I remember correctly, it was possible. Still don't know if it will be after today. Locust Swarm, Mana Cost Reduce. Okay, cool. Cocoon Crypt Wave. You probably don't even know what the hell Crypt Wave is it? Crypt Wave was the upgrade to Cocoon at level 20. You pick up Cocoon only when you want to single out one hero and take the fight without that specific hero. A clear example would be Brogal. Enemy team got a Brogal, you just Cocoon him and deal with the rest of his team and then kill the Brogal. The upgrade would let you channel on the Cocoon, but Anub'arak was gut in the stance and he was like spitting out web and all whatnot, and it would prolong the duration of the Cocoon. Now, channeling will now occur automatically when Anub'arak remains near the Cocoon enemy. Question is, I didn't get to test. Can I do other stuff while he's channeling? No, it's a channel. Well, what do I win if I can't do anything else? I don't know. Have to test, guys. Have to test. Alright, so definitely gonna update the Anub'arak build guide. That should come next week. I am liking what I'm seeing overall. Why are you liking it? You complained about some of them. Well, Anub'arak wasn't getting that much play. He only picked him up when again fighting a Brogal. That would be a clear example. I would love for him to come back and be something. Either a clear bruiser, meta bruiser, or meta main tank. I don't think he'll be a meta main tank, but yeah. One can hope. Moving on to Arthas, the Lich King, the underwhelming Lich King, both in model and abilities. Arthas, from my point of view, before this patch was only good in gang squads. That's just my thoughts. Health increased. Whoa, look who had too little health. Hold on. Let me compare him to Anub'arak just for kicks. Holy shoot. 4% per level, 4%. Look how much health he's got in Anub'arak. Are they trying to make this guy into a bruiser and this guy into an actual tank? I don't know, I'm just speculating. What? Health regeneration bonus also has been increased by approximately, what is that, 0.5? By approximately 7% again. Regen Master has been removed along with Mercenary Lord, Spell Shield, Relentless, Stone Skin, and Rewind. Arthas would kind of rely for the most part on talents to actually be tanky and get a sustain, up until today at least. New talent at level 7, Icebound Fortitude. Ooh, that sounds nice. It's a Death Knight spell. Activate to reduce damage taken by 25% and reduce the duration of silences, stuns, slows, roots, and polymorph till by 75% for 50 seconds, 50-second cooldown. That's a big ass cooldown, but it's a good ability. Activate damage taken by 25 and reduce the duration of everything, every CC. Silence stuns, yeah? Polymorph by 75% for 3 seconds. So here it goes. I'm going in, and I'm popping Icebound Fortitude like a real Death Knight. I likes it. 50-second cooldown. 50-second cooldown should allow me to have it up every single team fight. Like it. New talent at ooh, and it's at only level 7. I gotta test Arthas. New talent at level 20, Death's Advance. Passively increases Arthas movement speed by 10%. Activate to increase this bonus to 30% for 3 seconds, 50-second cooldown again. Passively increases Arthas movement speed by 10%. I love that. More mobility for the Lich King. Yes. Activate to increase this bonus to 30 for 3 seconds and just chase or run away. 50-second cooldown. But I still get the 10% no matter what. Okay, cool, definitely. I said I love mobility on meaties. Gotta have it. New talent level 20, Anti-Magic Shell. Again a Death Knight thingy. It's a Death Knight spell from World of Warcraft. Activate to reduce ability damage taken by 100% for 3 seconds. As in, you take no ability damage? Huh. And heal for 25% of the damage, prevented 60-second cooldown, huge cooldown. Now if you get a kill that's stupid enough to pyroblast you when you have this, absolutely. Cool. Alright, let's move on. Frostmourne Hunger straight. Destruction removed, but I like killing people. Okay, it's gone. Obliterate and destruction are gone. Eternal Hunger talent has been reworked as a questing talent. Using Frostmourne Hungers on an enemy hero permanently increases the mana it restores by 4. Okay, up to a maximum of 40. Okay, after hitting 10 heroes with Frostmourne Hunger, only 10, its damage bonus is increased to 125%. Cool. Okay, a very easy, simple to do quest, not that big of a bonus, but yeah, okay. Frost Strike, move from 7 to 13, now also reduces the cooldown of Frostmourne Hungers by 2 seconds. Nice, loving this one, but it's at 13 now. It's at 13 now, okay. Death Coil, Death Touch has been removed, boo! Actually, it's not that bad. Immortal Coil talent, move from level 16 to level 7. Casting Death Coil on an enemy hero now restores health equal to 100% of the damage dealt. Oh my god, this is really good. Casting Death Coil on an enemy hero now restores health equal to 100% of the damage dealt. I like this one. I really do. Level 4 Death Lord. Reduces Death Coil cooldown by 2 seconds and increases its range by 25% at level 4. Death Coil Arthas maybe? Nah, that's not enough. That's not enough to build Arthas entirely around Death Coil. Howling Blast W, Frost Presence, now reduces Howling Blast cooldown by 6 seconds if it hits an enemy hero. Oh man, root after root after root. Does he have battle momentum? Does Arthas have I don't think Arthas has battle momentum, does he? I was already thinking. Trail of Frost now also increases the range of Howling Blast by 30%. Awesome. Trail of Frost was the one, if I'm not mistaken, again, I don't have any info on my screen or something, was the one that would root targets along the path of your Howling Blast, right? That was it? Oh, more range. Yeah, baby. Root them all. Can we put these two together? Hopefully we can. Frozen Tempest. Damage per second increased. Okay, so this is the base spell. Okay, so we got a damage increase there by approximately 7-8%. They got something with Arthas with 7-8%, I don't know. Biting Cold talent move from 13 to 4 damage bonus, however, has been reduced from 50 to 30. Well, we got the base damage increase, so there you go. Brutal on level 13, Frigid Winds, Frozen Tempest reduces enemy attack speed by 8% per second up to 40 maximum. Nice one, level 13. Attack speed against the air is gonna shut them down really hard if you can actually get to them, but you're Arthas, so you should be actually able to get to them. Cool. 16, Remorseless Winter. Man, so many new talents. Enemies that remain in Frozen Tempest area of effect for 3 seconds are rooted for 2 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 10 seconds, so I can turn it off then if I don't have any active effects for it, like this one, and then turn it back on, conserve a little bit of mana. Nice. Okay, Army of the Dead, Ghoul Hellbeast. Okay, Legion of Northrend, Ghoul bonus health amount increased from 25 to 50. Legion of Northrend was this level 20 upgrade, right? We had to go at 20 for the 75% damage reduction, Hardened Shield I think it's called, because Arthas needed it. Summon Syndra Gugu. Damage reduced from okay, what didn't do that much. Didn't they just like increase the damage a couple of patches ago? Might be wrong, don't chop my head off. Slow duration increase from slow duration increase from 2 to 3.5 seconds. Huge increase. Disable duration against non-heroic enemies increased from 10 to 20. Wow. Absolute Zero talent, slow duration increase from 2 to 3.5 seconds. Absolute Zero, Absolute Zero? Level 20 again? Okay. I don't know. Okay, slow duration increase from 2 to 3.5. Anyway, so Sindragosa was a half decent initiation for the most part. I love to see it get buffed, but I still don't know if it's gonna be a worthwhile initiation, to be honest. Obviously we're gonna test and play. The slow duration is nice, 3.5. The disable is nice, 20 seconds. Really, we're gonna finish that team fight in 20 seconds. Hopefully. okay. I love the fact that Arthas got a rework. He was well kind of well, not really so exciting anymore. Nobody really played Arthas, and again, from my point of view, he was only good in gank squads. He doesn't appear to be a lot more tanky, though. I'm not seeing a lot of changes to his tankiness. Am I missing something? Because I'm not. And they removed a whole bunch of talents that gave him survivability. Stuff like Stone Skin, Regen Master. Interesting. Now, what I played on the PTR and the Arthases I have met, there was only one Arthas that could actually sustain fight. He would sustain fight and keep his health up like that, and the rest of the Arthases I met, they would just melt. I have to test Arthas, and obviously I'll bring you guys a build guide probably sometime next week. For the time now, we're gonna move on to Diablo Shadow Charge Q. The implementation of this ability has been reworked. No longer automatically stuns the target at the end of the knockback phase, and instead applies a daze for the duration of the knockback. We have dazes in Heroes of the Storm. Targets that collide with terrain will be stunned for 1 year. Okay. Diablo will now continue traveling toward the enemy target for the duration of the knockback phase. Like Reinhardt's thing. So basically, up until this point was that target Diablo hits target, remains here, target go, hit wall, right? Now it's gonna be like Reinhardt thing. Target here, Diablo here. Okay, it's gonna go with him into the wall. It's gonna make for a nicer effect. Cool, like it. Shadow Charge seems like a really simple ability, but on the back end there were a lot of technical manipulations to make everything work the way they were intended. It was so hard! These were starting to create an odd gameplay and bugs. We simplified the design of the ability so that Diablo travels right alongside his victim as they are knocked back instead of walking really fast towards them. One more time. So Diablo travels right alongside his victim as they are knocked back instead of walking really fast towards them. Okay. Yeah, apparently this caused problems. Okay. There you go. Iron Skin, the shield amount increased. Yay! Buff for Brohanna! How much? 10%? 10% for Brohanna. I love Brohanna. Okay? She's my one comfort pin when it comes to tank. I would play Brohanna rather than anything else. Though even sometimes it's not a good idea to go for Brohanna. I love Brohanna. More buffs for Brohanna is more than welcome from my point of view. Reanimation talent has been changed to match Regeneration Master's new functionality. Upon gathering 30 regen globes, Leoric will respawn 10. Oh! Upon gathering 30 regen globes, Leo will respawn 10 seconds later. 10 seconds faster. Well, initially, I don't know. I don't know if these 10 seconds match up to how much you would have gotten when you had a certain amount of globes. But again, it goes with their new design philosophy. So there you go, you get 10 seconds when you complete the quest faster. Then again, I didn't really ever like the Leoric style of play. You guys know Leoric? Oh shit, was annoying. He would just suicide over and over again because he would come back relatively quickly. Muradin, given the X talent, after hitting a slow, rooted or stun target with a basic attack, increases your basic attack damage by 60% for 3 seconds. Yay for AA Muradin. Second win trait, third win talent, bonus health regeneration threshold increase from 50 to 60% of maximum health. Didn't really pick up this one all that much, but cool. Stormform talent, heal amount decreased from 50 to... Oh, come on, this was meta! It was so meta, god damn it. Heal duration increased from 8 to 10 seconds. What? Come on, man! So, not only are they nerfing it to 40, but the duration is increased from 8 to 10, so you get slower heals. More time for the enemies to kill you as you run away and try to jump over the wall. Stormball Q. Infused Hammer talent has been removed. Oh, why? Why? God damn it! Why? It was so fun. Wait. Infused Hammer was the one with the mana. Okay, never mind. If the Infused Hammer was the one with the mana, never mind. Perfect Storm talent now also reduces Stormbolt mana cost by 25%. Okay, so it must have been this. Never make like you didn't hear that. Infused Hammer was the one that reduced the mana cost. Now it got worked into Perfect Storm, which is definitely great. I love Perfect Storm. You love Perfect Storm. Everybody loves Perfect Storm. Thunderclap W, healing static. Now only heals Muradin when Thunderclap strikes enemy heroes. Heal amount per hero hit increase from 1.5 to 5% of maximum health. Only heals Muradin when thunder drops strikes enemy heroes. I didn't use this one all that much, to be honest. The amount per hero hit increase 5%. This is a huge increase, but then again they nerfed this. So with this, I don't know, 5% of maximum health. That's something though. Per hero hit, you know. So you hit 2 of them, that's 10%. Okay, this might be something now. Hitting static. Didn't really play with it all that often. As far as I know, it was a dead talent. Let me know if I was wrong. If I'm wrong. Dwarf toss E, landing momentum, movement speed bonus increase from 25 to 20 to 25. Movement speed bonus duration increase from 4 to 5. Are we gonna start using landing momentum? I sure hope so. It's a fun talent, definitely a fun talent. But we don't really go. I don't remember. I think it was level 13 or 16, and there's better options for more landing there. So let's see. Hunter-Gatherer talent has been changed to match Regen's Master's new functionality. Both Rehgar and Misha gain health regeneration bonus up to 30 health per second, but only Rehgar will gain the 600 health bonus on quest completion. What? But the whole point is the Misha to have everything, because Misha star, Rehgar only butler. Both Rehgar and Misha, but oh, so shitty. Give some to Misha too, because after all she is the hero. Misha follow trait. Misha will now follow enemies to their last known location, even into bushes or vents, much like Zagara Hunter Killer. Okay, was kinda annoying. It's kinda annoying that you actually put it and she'd stop when they go on a line of sight, but I kinda got used to it. Okay, cool. This might not seem that much, but I do believe this is slightly significant for Rehgar. It's not gonna change how good he is, but I do believe this is slightly significant. I like it. Cool. This one gives some to Misha a little bit at least. God. Stitches, hungry for more talent, has been reworked as a questing talent. Collecting regen glows permanently increases maximum health by 30 up to a maximum of 900. Okay, per 30 per globe, and when you hit 900, Stitch's movement speed is increased by 10%. What? What does that have to do with anything? I like mobility on melees, like I said 1,000 times. But what? This just comes out of nowhere. Movement speed for a health regen talent. Okay. Permanently, well, it's a max HP talent, so there you go. Okay, I don't know. Bug fixes. Okay, I do believe probably nothing. Don't really cover bug fixes. Wow, what a patch. What a bloody patch. Now, as you can tell, I can't really honestly tell you guys on everything this will affect this, like this and this, okay, because this is all guesswork at this point. That's why we have a public test room. That's why we get to go in there, test a little bit and all whatnot. So the major headlines would be Chromie, okay, we got a little gnome, Anub'arak Rework and Arthas Rework. I do believe they made significant changes to Muradin as well, but overall I don't think it's gonna affect them all that much. This kind of hurts him, as far as I know, but other than that, he should be fine. Hopefully we'll get to play with the landing momentum. I do like it. Other than that, I'm gonna bring you guys build guide for both of the reworked heroes, Arthas and Anub'arak, sometime next week probably. At a first glance, and from what I saw on the PTR from Anub'arak and Arthas players, I was impressed with what Anub'arak could do now, okay, opposed to what he used to be. So super paper thin. Obviously I'm gonna bring you guys the Chromie build guide as well. As always, I would like to know what you guys think about these changes. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you like? What don't you like? Why? For what reasons? What impact do you think those changes or those changes will have on the game, and so on and so forth? All this information is valuable, okay? And what you think does matter. Well, at least to me, it matters. Okay, as for me, like I said, I'm gonna bring you guys build guides, and well, that's about it. I look forward to testing these changes more on the PTR when I get a little bit more time. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and we'll see you again